Today we're going to make some crab stuffed peppers, and I have really enjoyed growing this little pepper this year. It's a little French pepper, and it has a very thin wall. It's thin skinned, and it's not real sweet, and it's not real hot. I think it's from Eastern France, and I will leave a link in the description area where you can check it out in case it's something you'd like to grow next year. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so I want to go ahead and remove the tops and remove the seeds so I can stuff them. A lot of times I like to save the seeds of heirloom or specialty type of vegetables that I've grown. However, I did grow this close to a lot of other peppers this year, and there's always a possibility of a pepper cross-pollinating when it's grown really close to other peppers. You know, the chances are very slim because most peppers are self-pollinating, but if you want to keep it true as you can, you need to really grow them in an isolated area if you're going to save the seeds. But I am going to save these seeds and try to grow it again next year, and if it grows true to what I have here, then I am going to save them because these are just wonderful. So let me go ahead and get the tops and seeds out of here and we'll get started. Okay, so I have my peppers cleaned out, and I wanted to say too that if you don't have a small pepper like this, you can probably use the ones that you can find at the grocery store relatively easy. They are the little bagged sweet peppers. They're about 3 inches long, and they come in a variety of colors like yellow, orange, and red, all in one bag, and they're sweet peppers. I think those would be beautiful with this. So what I would do if I had those is just slice them lengthwise and then stuff them on top. So it would be, I think, really nice to do that. So let's go ahead and get the filling started. What we're going to use for our filling is some crab meat, and I'm using the crab leg meat. You don't need a lot of this. We're not going to have it, you know, these are small peppers. So this is from 1 cluster of crab legs, and I've already used half of the meat, so there's a lot left in here. You'd be surprised how much meat you can get out of 1 cluster of crab legs. Okay, so I will leave a link to how to show you how I like to crack my crab legs as well, if you'd like to check that out. You'll need a lemon and some breadcrumbs. I picked a few herbs. I picked some French tarragon in keeping with the French pepper, and some chives and a gray shallot. And if you don't want shallot or anything like that, you could probably just use a little clove of garlic. So we'll use that. I'm using just a hard cheese. I think this is a Pecorino Romano, but a Parmesan would be nice as well. And then we will also need a little bit more cheese, just some soft cheese. If you don't have or can't get this cheese, just get like maybe some cream cheese. Make sure it's softened at room temperature. And so we'll go ahead and get this together, okay? Let me go ahead and get a bowl and we'll get started. So I want to go ahead and peel this little shallot. I have really enjoyed growing these this year. I've used them in a lot of sauces. If you want to grow shallots too, the fall is a wonderful time to plant these. And right now it's late September for me, so I'll need to go ahead and get some in the ground for a spring harvest. I bought these from Territorial Seed Company last year. So you'll just plant your little bulbs that they'll send you there. Okay, so there we go. Okay, and I want to chop my herbs. So with the French tarragon, we'll just pull the leaves off. And I just love tarragon. You might not need this much right here because we're just making a little bit of stuffing, but because I like a lot of tarragon, that's what I'm using. Chop them up pretty fine. And now I just want to grate some of this cheese here. Okay, let's go ahead and combine our ingredients. First we'll add our cheese, our soft cheese here. Now the shallot, I'm just going to grate it into the cheese. And that way there won't be big chunks of it because we're not cooking it first, so we don't want it to be too strong. And this, you should also do this if you're using a clove of garlic. And we don't want to put too much garlic in it because garlic can be pretty strong, but just a little bit should be just fine. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of lemon zest, and I like to use this fine grater for this. It does a really nice job with citrus. much better, I think, than the coarse grater. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of the lemon juice, just a little wedge. It's real juicy lemon, so all lemons are different, but put my lemon juice in there. Okay, let's go ahead and just give this a really good mix here. Okay, a little pinch of salt, a couple of turns of some black pepper. And you can also just buy some lump crab meat for this. I really love crab leg meat. So, but that's up to you. And let's go ahead and add our herbs and give this a good mix. I'm okay if some of the crab breaks up, and then there's little chunks too. I like that. So let me go ahead and get the peppers ready, and we'll get these in the toaster oven. Okay, so at the base of each of the peppers, I'm going to put some breadcrumbs. And we'll also add some of the cheese down here at the bottom. So I have the toaster oven preheating, and now I just want to stuff all these little tiny peppers. Okay, so there are the peppers. I think I'm going to put a little bit more cheese on here, just right on the top. And we'll sprinkle some more breadcrumbs right on the top here. A little drizzle of olive oil. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the toaster oven. All right, so here we go. They're looking pretty good. I could have let them go a little bit longer on top, but this will be just fine for me. And let's go ahead and put them on a plate. Smell that crab. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more French tarragon right on there. Okay, now it's time to eat up. Let's dig in here and get some of this. And I wanted to put the breadcrumbs kind of at the bottom to kind of hold the sauce a little bit. That is just delicious. These are so good. Of course, I love the flavor of tarragon, but the crab just really stands out. It is not too complicated at all. All I taste is a little bit of that tarragon and a lot of the crab. It's really, really good. Yum. Well, thank you for watching, and y'all have a beautiful day.